Hello, everybody. Welcome to the LocksOTD podcast. This is episode number 4. I'm back with Zach and Andrew, and today we're here to talk about our premium picks for you guys, as well as Thursday night football, the Jets versus the Pats. Come on, now you know our teasers are hot. Stay locked for what we got. So we're going to give you the MLB and tennis picks and why, of course, our premium, like I mentioned, and then we're going to each give out a pick, teaser, a prop for tonight's game, and then we're going to move on to Sunday football and each give you once again a prop or one of our favorite plays. And, we're going to make some money this week once again. Let's do it, boys. So
Yes,
get into
sir.
the MLB, fellas.
Always making money. Those teasers have been killing it. I can't wait for this Sunday for those
We
teasers.
are on fire. We have
Mm.
not lost a teaser yet this year for
No,
football.
5-0.
College, NFL, 5-0.
Yep.
Like, come on.
Zach, you want to rip the two stars real quick?
Yeah. So our first two-star for today is going to be the Diamondbacks and Brewers over 8 total runs. We're going to get that at a even number, no half numbers here. So both teams just played last week. You have Pafat and Myers, both with ERAs above 4. Both of them have struggled recently. They do hit really well. The Brewers hit very well off of Pafad. They also hit really well against the NL West as well. They're hitting upwards of 275. D-backs as well, same thing. They're hitting over 300 against Myers, and they're also hitting upwards of 260 to 270 against the Brewers this season and against the NL Central. So a big thing here is that this line is just extremely low. It's very low for two teams that hit the ball very well. So, usually you could see a 4-4 game just in the first 5 or 6 innings of the game. So we're getting this one at a good line at a -15, kind of a steal. So we're gonna ride with that for our first pick. And then our second two-star is gonna be the Guardians over 3.5 runs at a -145. Guardians have one of the lowest strikeout rates in baseball, placing themselves in the top 5. They're also facing Simon Woods Richardson today, who's been struggling as of late. His ERA over the last month has gone from a 3.3 to just over a 4 now. And on top of that, too, the Twins have struggled. They've struggled really bad. Playoffs are coming around. If you boys have noticed, all of a sudden the Detroit Tigers looking like a playoff team.
A little
They're
Kind of
sleeper.
scary.
cooking. They're
No one really
cooking right
saw it
now.
coming, but they're hot at the right time. And I think the Twins are feeling the pressure a little bit that this Tigers team is finding a way to win. So they're going up against one of the league's best, who also just, I believe the Guardians did clinch last night, but they're still looking to keep that lead in the AL Central and be division champs. So I expect a bigger outcome today. Guardians are going to want to win this one, put it away.
Yeah, I love that. And Tigers just swept the Royals too, are a pretty good team, which is crazy.
Hmm.
But moving on to the three stars. First three star of the day, we're gonna have Red Sox over 1.5 runs in the first 5 innings, which is a -105. 5 innings, 2 runs, all we need, easy money. Red Sox haven't scored a lot of runs this series against the Rays, and I think they're gonna do that tonight. They're gonna get after Littell very early tonight. Littell's faced the Red Sox twice already this year, and he's let up 2 runs in his first game in 5 innings, and then his second game he let up 4 runs. So I mean, I really think Red Sox do get after him tonight. -105 is a great line, and we only need 2 runs in 5 innings. I mean, that's very easy. That's very simple. And then our other three-star will be the Orioles money line -135 against the Giants. The Orioles are playing for an AL wildcard spot. They're on top of the AL wildcard right now for the race. And Giants do not have a chance right now. They're 10 games back in the NL wildcard race. They're playing baseball for no reason right now. And Eflin, O's pitcher, he's been pitching very well in his last 6 starts. So I think -135, O's don't get swept. Easy money. You take those 4 picks. You parlay them if you want to. 970, take it to the bank. O's money line, Red Sox over 1.5 runs, first 5. D-backs and Brewers over 8, and Guardians over 3.5 runs. Take it to the bank. Bang. Come
That's
on.
just money right there,
That's
fellas.
money.
Bing, bang, boom,
Mm-hmm.
boom.
Come on.
So yeah, now we'll get into some premium tennis locks for the day. So tennis was tougher. I did this premium slate this morning because all the matches are early morning, and by the time it'd get out to you guys, the matches would be done. So I had to pick from the matches that would actually be on while you guys have time to bet them. So these matches will be starting around 2 to 2:30 p.m. Eastern time, which is what we do everything Eastern time zone. So for a 3-star, I have Roman Burachaga -3.5 which is minus 120 versus Fikovic. Love this line. Burachaga is 7-2 in his last 9 clay matches, 6 being against actually good opponents. So like he probably should have lost 2 more of those matches, maybe 3. So he really should be about 5-4, maybe 4-5. 7-2 against good players, that's a good record. Now you got Fikovic, who's 5-3 in his last 8 clay matches, and all 3 players he lost to are slightly decent. They're not even good players; they're just decent. Then the 5 guys he did beat, no names. I couldn't even tell you who these players are that he beat. And I know like a lot of tennis players. Even if you're ranked 800 in the world, I probably know you. So I love Roman Burachaga. He's playing, like I said, good players, beating them spread or playing them close, this or that. And I mean, this guy, Fikovic, just can't even beat a decent player. So I think 3.5, 6-4, 6-4 wins it. That's good bucks right there, fellas. And then we got for a 2-star, Alexis Galarneau, money line, minus 180 versus Escobedo. So Galarneau has been playing solid competition as well, and he's either winning or keeping it tight. He's not winning every match against good competition, but just to keep it tight against good competition, that means something. Escobedo also, in his last 25 matches, has only beat 2 people I've ever heard of. So Escobedo's playing, once again, people that just don't know how to play tennis. Like these aren't true, like they're not true professionals. These are guys just trying to get their name noticed. Probably won't ever. I know Escobedo, he can beat decent players here and there. Galarneau's for sure the better player here. That's why minus 180 is a great line. And then the best player Escobedo has even played recently is Kozlov, who's decent, USA man, but he got smacked 6-3, 6-1. So it's like he doesn't even belong in that match, which also comes around versus Galarneau. Like Galarneau should beat him 2-0 sets, but money line minus 180, I love it. Take those 2 right to the bank, fellas. Roman Burachaga minus 3.5 and Alexis Galarneau money line minus 180. Boom.
Sounds like a sweep to me.
Oh yeah, sweep it up, fellas.
Easy
Like
money.
today's a big buck day. Big buck Thursday is what today is.
Big
Big
Buck
buck
Thursday.
Thursday.
How are
Lock
you?
that in, fellas. Now since we just locked in the tennis and MLB premium for you, now we got the little special of the day here. We got what everyone's waiting for. What we're 5-0 on. We're on an absolute tear. We're on a heater. We can't be stopped. Jets versus Pats. What do we got? We got a teaser for you.
We
What's
got
the
a
teaser?
lot. Hmm?
Jets plus 3.5. So they can lose by a field goal to the shitty Patriots. And then over 32.5. Come on, fellas.
That's just
minus 160. You got
yeah.
Jets plus 3.5, over 32.5, minus 160. Shall I repeat? Everyone thinks this game's going under. It's not.
It's
This is
not.
the primetime games usually go under. Vegas knows this is the game that everyone expects to go under. So this is when they're going to put it over. This is when they can get away with that over game while still profiting in a primetime game. Happens very few times a season. You can lock in that it's going to happen this week.
Yeah, there's over 83% of the money is on the under tonight. And there's already $2.6 million on the game. So I mean 83% on a 50-50 line, it's going over, boys. Not
Yeah,
under.
which mind you, on a primetime game. Like primetime games are 90% of the time, the over is slammed in a primetime game. It's the only game to bet. Everyone wants action. Everyone wants to root for points. They're going to bet the over for the fun of it. What's going to happen? The under. But now, it's the Pats. They suck. They don't score. Whatever. The Jets, they haven't been playing great. They might not score a lot of points. It's going to be the under. Psych. No, it's not. Over
Yep.
32.5. Trust me.
Easy. That's
Trust
a
me.
minus
5-0 for a
160.
reason, fellas. Lock this in.
Yeah.
Minus 160, robbery.
Yeah, that's what robber. You put 3 units on that? My Lord, you're just stealing 3 units.
And the Jets can lose by 3. They're going to win, but they can lose by 3. So you're safe on some BS last second field goal to cover. You're like, you're good.
Chilling. Absolutely chilling.
Love that line. Like,
Yeah, that's
love that
crazy.
teaser.
We're
32.5. Like, come on, bro.
It's just money printing
18-15 does
machines.
it. Yeah. Money
Teasers are
printing
money
machines.
printing machines, dude.
Give it out, fellas.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's the teaser. Lock it in. Don't miss out on that. It is tonight. Do not miss out.
Don't miss
Zach,
out.
do you have a prop for tonight's game to let the boys know?
Yes. So the prop that I'm going with tonight, almost like you guys, and I'm gonna fade the public. Everything I'm seeing take this guy's over. Take this guy's over. I go on to ESPN, bet. What do I see? All those featured parlays. It's this guy going over. I'm like, no, I don't like it. I'm going with Garrett Wilson under 69.5 yards tonight. So even though this line is very high, he's only hit, he really hasn't, if I'm not wrong, he hasn't hit this over yet. His highest he had was 69 yards in week one. So this is a high line when he's going to go up against one of the best defensive backs in the league in Christian Gonzalez. He's also facing a very well coached defense as well in the Patriots defense. So I think the big thing here is you might see a bigger game from an Alan Lazard or a bigger game from Mike Williams as well, because Mike Williams really hasn't been in the game at all the first 2 weeks. But I think they're going to want to limit Garrett Wilson as much as possible going into this game, and they're going to want to make someone else beat them. So, I mean, this is so far, let's see, this Garrett Wilson has had 57 yards and 60 yards. They're telling me that he's going over 70 yards tonight when he's only averaging 5 receptions a game. He's getting the targets, but they're not there. And if he's going up against some of the best DBs like he has been the first 2 weeks, I don't think over 70 yards is a realistic number for him. And we're getting this line at a minus 130, which really isn't that bad.
Don't hate it
So
at all.
yeah, and
Yeah, I
everyone's seeing that plus. They're seeing, oh, over 69 and a half plus 110. Oh yeah, we're there.
juicy, right?
Yeah, I
Hmm.
Mhm.
like that.
And they're
Which
seeing it,
I
they
do
like it.
like that line. I love that line actually
Hmm.
because yeah, prime time, big name, one of the biggest names on the team, probably won't perform as he should. Realistically, him and Rodgers, they're going to be dangerous. I think this year. I've said it for about 2 years now. I think Garrett Wilson is like top five talented wide receiver in the league. He's a beast. The thing is, just things aren't completely clicking right now in New York.
Yeah.
I do think the Jets win tonight. That doesn't mean I think Wilson goes for 100 or 70 plus. I still think him and Rodgers need weeks to work together. And like you said, I think Mike Williams does something tonight or Lazard. Like you saw Lazard week one, he outplayed Wilson. So it's like,
Yeah.
why couldn't he do that tonight? Of course he could. And then so now we'll get into Sunday with our props and picks for Sunday, and we can each go about that and explain our picks. So Andrew, you want to start with that? You got something?
Got the lock of Sunday. That's what I got.
There it is,
I got the
fellas.
lock
Bring
for
the
Sunday.
lock
It's right
out.
here.
That is our official lock.
That's
Stare at it.
free money right here. Free money on Sunday. We're going with
Stare at it.
Colts. We're going with the Colts money line minus 120. That's what we're doing. You know why? They're playing the Bears. And who's on the Bears? Caleb fucking Williams. And he's a bust. Get him out of here. He's trash. He's been sacked 9 times for a loss of 70 yards already this year in 2 games. I don't think he realizes that he's playing in the NFL yet. He's very bad. And I don't think the Colts are going to be 0-3 against a very bad Bears team who can't run the ball. And I mean, the Colts don't have the best run defense, but I mean, Bears can't run it. So I think we're good there. Minus 120, free money, Colts at home. Take it. Lock it in.
Yep. Love that. Love that.
Lock it in.
Can you bring the lock out for me
Yeah,
real quick?
yeah, just lock it in real quick. Just lock
Yeah.
in
So
minus 120 free money.
let me give you one more of those locks you got right there. So a little sleeper player of the week for the Rams. I got Tutu Atwell over receptions. As of right now, no book wants to offer it, so you're gonna have to wait till Sunday because they know it's gonna hit, so they don't want you to bet it. But no Puka Nakua, no Cooper Cup. Who are they throwing to? Demarcus Robinson is pretty good. Don't get me wrong there, but he's like the number one guy, so he's also going to get covered as a number one guy. Then you got Jordan Whittington and Tyler Johnson, who people think is going to be like the next guy. No, garbage. Don't listen to that crap. Tutu Atwell, he's already done it before. Is he a stud? No. But will he step up into his role and get targets? Yes, he will. Will he catch the ball, get yards? Yes, he will. His over under, if I had to guess, is 1.5 receptions. And it's probably a minus 140. I'm just guessing, but that's probably what it is. And it's not more than 2.5. I know that for a fact. So 3 receptions or more, he cashes. I love that. Like I said, who else are they throwing to? Demarcus Robinson isn't getting 20 catches in a game. No, he's not even good enough to be a true wide receiver one. So I love Tutu Atwell. 2 receptions, 3 receptions, whatever it is, take it, easy bucks. Then I actually got one more lock for Sunday. I got James Conner under 60 rushing yards, minus 110. Now, he seems to be their workhorse right now. Not this game. No. Not this
No.
game. Listen, they're playing the Lions. Lions have a great run defense. You saw Hutchinson. What was that, 5 sacks last week? Crazy stuff. Lions held Kyron Williams, which I think is one of the best, at least fantasy running backs, but I think he's just a good runner as it is. They held Kyron to 50 yards on 18 rushes. Like, come on. And then Rashad White to 18 yards on 10 carries. Those are two good running backs. Rashad's not the most efficient running back, but still, only 18 yards and 10 carries, not even averaging 2 per carry on the Lions defense. And you're telling me Connor needs 60? He's not better than Kyron. He's not better than Rashad White. And then you can say, oh, yeah, Rashad White's not efficient, but Bucky Irving is behind him because Bucky Irving averaged like 7 to 9 yards per carry week 1. Sure. What did he average against the Lions? Bucky had 22 yards and 7 rushes. 3 yards per carry, sure, give it to him. That would still mean Connor needs 20 plus rushes and averaging over 3 yards per carry to get 60 plus. Not happening. Andrew, can you hold that up for me and talk so you
Yeah,
pop
yeah,
up?
it's just right here. It's just a lock. Just
Oh,
something,
so there it is,
nothing
fellas.
new.
You saw it. The
Yep.
Lock OTD
Yeah,
of
it's just a
the
lock.
day.
Nothing crazy.
Sunday night football, or not Sunday night football, just Sunday football. James Conner, under 60 rushing yards, minus 110. Bang.
Book it.
Zach, what do you got over there, kid?
So we're going away from the props this week. We're going with the big play. We got Browns. Who are the Browns playing again? I think
Giants.
it is Giants. I just drew a blank. Browns,
Attaboy!
Giants. I forgot my own play. Not bad. So Browns, Giants under 38.5. And we'll tell you why. Browns have one of the best defenses in the league. And that kind of goes to show. Week 1, it was a fluke. Cowboys, they made the Cowboys look as good as possible just for the Cowboys to give up 45 against the Saints. And what did you see from the Browns defense last week against a pretty decent Jaguars team? They only gave 13 points. They looked lost. You can know, and I can tell you right now, that Giants offense is nowhere near where that Jacksonville offense is. They've been horrendous. They barely put up 17 against a bad Commanders defense. So here's where we're looking with under 38 is that the Browns also struggle to score. I think you're going to see maybe a 17-14 game, maybe a 20-17 game. It may go just under because the under is low at 38.5. But the Giants defense also isn't that bad. Only problem with them is that they're always on the field because their offense sucks. But you have two good defensive teams and two very mid quarterbacks playing today. So you're probably going to see a lot of running, a lot of punts. If you like punts, tune into that game. You're going to see a lot of punting. It's like if you're rooting for Iowa in college football, you're going to love to see the punter play. So you're going to see a lot of punts coming in Sunday in that game. So I believe that line right now is a minus 115. It might have gone back down. I saw it last night at minus 115. Obviously, that line is going to teeter-totter until Sunday.
Yeah.
So,
Now, do
but
we know if Deshaun's playing? Watson?
is he
Let's put it this
questionable?
way. It would help the Browns if he
It
doesn't.
would, yeah.
Yeah, for real.
If
That's
you
true as well.
own, you're a fantasy player and you own Amari Cooper, you better hope Deshaun doesn't play because Cooper is damn useless with Deshaun. You put Jameis Winston in, now he's like a wide receiver 1 in fantasy.
What are they gonna do?
Don't
They
say
need
I
some
said it.
W's. They're gonna need
Yeah,
some W's.
we eating dubs, boys. Like, come on. No, yeah, that's the issue with the Browns is I don't want to get off topic, but the Browns like they actually need like Deshaun's fucking terrible. Deshaun Stinky Watson, he ain't gonna do it. That was one of the worst trades in history. They basically gave the Texans like C.J. Stroud, Tank Dell, maybe Will Anderson, and then like a couple other guys. Like they just set the Texans up for the future. Now they're almost technically Super Bowl contenders. Then you got the Browns over here still shit in the bed like the Browns do every year.
It's
It's like
typical.
they're only going down, and now Texans are going up. Classic Browns football for you. Sorry if
Yeah.
you're a Browns fan, but not much to look forward to. But you're used to that by now, right? But anyway, so are we good for today, boys?
Yeah, I think we're all set.
Oh, we're good.
Think we got all the locks in? Provide you guys some locks. Show them the lock one more time.
Yeah, one more time. Here you go. That's just a lock right here.
There it is,
That's
fellas.
it.
And that wraps up the
Free
Locks
money.
OTD podcast, episode number 4. We will be back next week, so make sure you tune in. And don't forget to make sure you toss a little bit on those locks because they ain't missing this week. I'll promise you that. And that teaser, take that right to the bank, fellas. We'll see you later. Thank you.